Okay, we are back, and we are back to English as well. Sorry about the false start there. Should be deleted if you don't know what I'm talking about. Don't bother. Basically, had to fix the lighting in the room, cover the window to green screen work as it's good. So now here I am in just the right amount of darkness and with just the right amount of music and bonus. So we are going to continue working on our Bomberman clone today. I actually did a modification off stream that I'm gonna start by explaining. Basically I redid the spawn fire method that goes from the bomb out sides. So the first thing I did was I created an array with all the directions in which we want explosions to go, and I used the shorthand for it because it becomes much easier to read. And then I can do a for each loop instead of doing a for loop, and just for each direction feed that direction into the spawn fire method. And the spawn fire method is now going to be changed to call itself. It's called a recursive method, and I have an example of it here. So basically it returns itself, so it calls itself again, and that we should be able to get that to work. To make it a bit easier to test, we are going to start by comment these lines, so we are just using one direction, so we get making sure that one direction works first, and then we just turn on the rest of the directions. So spawn fire right now takes offset. We want it to take firepower as well, so we know how many times we should run it. So we are now feeding that in, and after we successfully instantiate something, we want to maybe it's not a recursive function after all, since we're actually not returning anything, so we can just basically call it again. So spawn fire offset and firepower, and we should decrease firepower and when we check if we are going to instantiate, we must check that firepower isn't 0, or maybe not even, or if it's 1. So if firepower should be above 0. So let's try this out. I think it works, but I'm not perfectly sure. No, it does not work because we're not using it the correct way. So what we want to do here is we want to have the offset times the firepower to get the different steps. So that means we are actually doing it backwards, so we're going from the highest number to the lowest number, so we find a way to switch that around. So now we got each and one, and I'm gonna just stop it slow. And there we go, we have 3 fireballs and the firepower is 2, so you have 0 and 2. So that is actually correct, and it's going the correct direction. The problem is that it creates it from the outside and in. So if we put it here, interesting. Okay. I'm not quite sure actually what just happened. There is a beacon in the night, found in the temple of our life, showing us visions of the future. So many faces left to find. Yeah, okay, now I know what happened. So I'm gonna try again. I'm just gonna make sure. So if I place it there, then the first no, I'm not sure actually. Here's the issue. We must check the offset times firepower here as well. Because we started from the outside, but we checked and it wasn't here. So yeah, now it behaves as I thought it would. This is really weird, so we're gonna do it like this. So first we take the game object's position and we add the offset time firepower, which is basically where we should place our fire effects. To make this a bit clearer, we should turn this around and do Yoda coding. So. are getting the play position, adding the offset times firepower, and if place we have found is null and firepower is larger than 0, then we instantiate the fire on the position plus the offset times firepower, and no rotation, and let's see here. Let's just call this fire now, because we can still access firepower up here. So So let's do it like this. We don't even have to add that, so we are creating it here instead. So int fire equals 1 to start with. And we don't have to pass it through. So if fire is less than firepower, then spawn a fire and call firepower again with... No, we have to keep track of. So if we don't add an argument for fire, I'm gonna use fire 1 because here we actually do. So here we increment fire. So it's gonna be 2 calls, and this should work okay. So let's just do some debugging as well. We are logging out places where we go boom, and let's just log the same thing, but no boom. Else. We got 1 call to new boom, and here we get boom 1, 2, and 3. Okay, should we get that many? We still only make 3 balls. This is really interesting. Why does this log 3 times? It should only log 2 times. No, the last one is no boom here, so that is correct. So this is basically and this is gonna be last boom. So last boom is gonna occur if we hit something or we run out of firepower. So that seems really good. So let's make this a bit easier to test. Up. And let's move the camera as well. Right. Yes. Nice. Let's do that for now. It's basically to keep the game feel inside the frame. And we can set the game size as well. 1, 2, 6, 7, 9 units high. I think that's going to be too small. Everything is going to go on screen. So let's change the camera size. So this is the blocks you can't kill. I'm not sure how big Bomber is. Bomberman. Okay, the original actually only has... That one has 5 and this one has 4. Pretty sure that it's supposed to be an odd number. 5 is more correct. Yeah, and the original or rather the other way around, because I like my X's before my Y's. And I wonder if I have to do like this actually. So now the value can never be outside, so if we try to break it the way it broke before, there's something here, it will not break the same way, but we still get an index out of range here. And of course, index and length are not the same, since we are start 0 when we count. Still got one issue. Oh. So now it actually goes beyond what. I basically don't care if it goes out off screen, right? Let's skip that for now. This feels good enough that we can try spawning in all directions. So let's uncomment this lines and try it. Awesome. Okay, so that's really good. The next thing is to see if the object we have found is destroyable or not. So if there's nothing there, we keep on placing fires. But if there is something there, we must check what it is. So this is gonna reference a game object, so let's check. Let's first see if we have a box and we have a wall. They are right now exactly the same. So I'm guessing the box should be able to drop power-ups. So let's make a controller box. And basically this is gonna be the difference, that a wall doesn't have any boxes. I'm actually gonna extend the playing field and make it bigger, because I want an outline as well. So rather than going 5 to 2, I want to go plus another 2 height, so we fix the outside border of the. So now we can go get component box. So if we have found box, then that means that the box component should not be null. actually we should have something called destroyable, or something that we could use multiple times, because you should be able to destroy power-ups, and the power-up should not have a box component. Actually need... no, we should do it like this. Should check if the tag is equal. That means we spawn the fire and destroy the objects. Let's get rid of the... And since it's one line, if... No, we're gonna leave it in. I'm giving this to my students. Get so cool. Keep on doing the correct thing. This can be set mass level. And this can actually be... Can this even be a constant? Could be useful. I'm just checking if this is something that I want. Not, I'm guessing not. Let's not complicate it more than we have to. And let's put this on line instead. So. Trying to do it with the least amount of button presses on the keyboard. Annoying when it works. 2. So, bomb should now explode. Move the bomb. Calculate fire position. Call self spawning fire. If the square is free, check if we have hit anything. Turn on the bomb. So, this looks rather nice right now, I think. So, Let's make these destroyable. So now these should not be destroyable anymore. Oh, something went wrong. Okay, this does not work if first part. Let's check if so when you are adding multiple evaluations, same if statement, and using the and signs, the first thing that's gonna evaluate is this. Only if this is yes, we're gonna try this at all. If this fails, we skip the second part of the question, and the second part was the part where it crashed when we got an range issue with the tag. I think that should solve that issue. And the best way is to try the exact same thing that made it crash, and it did no longer crash. Good. Real nice. So if this is 0, 0 and we want an outside border, then should do it like this. Let's not. How do you spell board? That thing. Yeah, but we are allowed to have empty.
Borst i varje detalj. När du tömmer diskmaskinen och det är blött, visst känns det lite halvfärdigt. Det är det också. Vi har utvecklat diskmaskiner med zeolittorkning som ser till att disken blir torr, även saker av plast. Läs mer på borshome.se. Bosch, invented for life.
So from the start we're gonna have 3 different types of objects. We're gonna have boxes, walls, and boards.
I can't find my way back to you.
And the boxes.
Till you make amends with the deep.
And we're gonna have a lot of them, but not so many that
I can't
I feel the need on them.
leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
Code.
Until you find your way back home.
All the boxes have box script. Yes. It's good. So we can now try this part out. That seems about right. I'm actually gonna decide for now, because the next thing I want to do is that one bomb can trigger another bomb. So let's check the bomb script. No, it's actually in the fire script. We're gonna check if our hit object we're gonna do this. It's not easy when it's hard when you start to type something and it doesn't. So here we do a check if the object we are looking for has the component bomb, then we know we have found a bomb, and we can do the same thing and tell that bomb to explode. Is explode not public? And the first thing explode should do is cancel invoke explode, because if we tell this bomb to explode and then the fuse run out, is gonna explode twice on that. So if this one says explode, then it doesn't matter if we say cancel explode because it's already done. But if this one says explode, so now we should be able to get one bomb to blow up another bomb with a follow-up explosion. So let's see here. So we have maybe we should let the game controller know that we have placed the bomb and where, because otherwise a short bomb can't pop a long bomb, which I think is a thing in Bomberman, but I'm not quite sure. If it is that way, I don't want it that way anyway, so let's do the easy solution now. But we have to tell the player that he has more bombs, and where did we do that? That is in bomb spawner? Yeah. It should be public. Just it. So let's say that we have 3 bombs. So that does not work. Hello, Andy Natory, welcome. Didn't this work? Wait a second. Is bomb or the fire pass? No. That was one of the things I thought yesterday. Yeah, I hope you like it enough to check out my videos later. To learn something. Yes, so let's do it like this. The wall should no longer have rigid body, neither should the box. And instead the bomb should have the body 2D component and be kinematic. So that way we'll still be able to slide with the no, wait a second. Actually, it should not be the bomb that has it, unless we want to make the bomb kickable in the future, which I don't think there will be. But we want the fireball actually, because the fireball interacts with the walls, with the boxes, and with the bombs. So I think this should be. And it also interacts with players. That's basically a good thing. So everything seems to be functioning as good. Yep. And if we now try to set up one bomb with another, yeah, it sort of happens, but the fire kills each other, I think. That is weird. Yeah, the fire destroys everything, including fire. So, before we destroy anything, let's check that it's fire. So let's go if collection game object component fire. It's not equal. It's equal. And then so it doesn't matter if it's fire or not fire. That should be okay. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Can I try multiple now? No, I can't. It's so good. Really, really good. Sounds good. Oh, that works. Excellent. Don't destroy other fires. If we have found a bomb, trigger it, and that means this can be an else if. It's basically, let's do it like this. This is the if. This is the else if. Basically, we're gonna be colliding with a lot more fire than with a lot more. We're gonna be colliding with a lot more fire than we are with bombs. Let's check. That first. Oh wait, let's mess this up. It doesn't really matter that I think. No, I think we need both of these. No, the order matter because the first one is... So... kill everything. To make sure that this is lost. This is a bit over commented, but it's hard to have a few extra comments. It's so little oxygen in here. I'm actually gonna see if I can let more light on air. Yeah. See if we can fix that. It's gonna be a little tear in reality behind it. But yeah, basically I think better for me. I also realized one thing, I should be having scripts this easier to read on the stream. Let's go with 150. Yeah. Yeah, if you're still listening, Andy, I think I have an issue with the audio. And I think it's on the live stream only, because when I look at playback, it's always fine. Before I've had videos stutter on the live stream, and the playback is just fine. So I really don't know what's up with the connection or with Twitch or so. But I'm actually any day, a week now, I should say, fixing a wired connection rather than Wi-Fi through different floors and around other things. So hopefully that will address the issue. Other than that, it might be my Spotify in background or something. Not sure. I will definitely do that. So I'm actually not quite sure what the next step is. If the next step is power-ups. So basically this is gonna be the height of level. So the camera should fit. Yeah, that is good. And this one 10, almost 11 maybe. 10.5. That looks okay for the first version. Let's background of the camera. Color. And it looks really lovely. Actually Awesome. So actually thinking about capture. Well, what happened if I try? Yeah, I should probably have smaller mouse. Number 2 and number. So, yes. Here. Yep. Oh, that wasn't correct, was it? This was interesting. Yeah, we get an extra one to the left. We get it to the right as well if we change. No, only to the left. How about... Oh. Yep, left and down. Okay, so that is an issue. Look into. Awesome. Found something to do. That is why you test. So the spawn fire. I think we have the issue here that if we are failing on firepower and we find a destroyable afterwards, we're basically out of firepower, but we're still running code. For some reason it only works down left. But I actually think we could just go like this and make sure that we are allowed fire. And we got an index of range. So now it doesn't do it.
Hej, det är din boy Para.
Right now,
Glöm
yes.
inte att lyssna på mitt nya album Hemma här som finns att höra på Spotify nu. Tung är du. Till allting som vi gjorde genom åren. Går det? I natt ska vi fira. I natt är vi fria. I natt ska vi fira. I natt är vi fria.
Klicka på bilden för att lyssna på Veronica Maggios nya album. Den första är alltid
This
gratis.
is so weird. Why does it blow up the walls? Not tagged. These are tagged with destroyable.
Veronica Maggio. Den första är alltid gratis. Klicka på bilden för att lyssna.
This is a weird bug actually. We get an index out of array indexes out of range directly from the start, which means that the game controller stops working because something is further away than it should, and this is 1612. But we're still trying to put that in the array. So I think we have 11 as height. Change that to 12. And I think that might be the issue. So the game can 12. Let's try that again. Okay. And does it load more than it should? No, it doesn't. Awesome. But still have something out of range. X8. These are 60. I want to know what object causes this. This is really weird. But we are collecting all the transforms. So, and the walls and everything are at 0. Let's do like this. And that. And we have 0 as well. I'm so wondering what on earth is the issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. So they are on 0. That one. Yes, let's just try it. If it's not the issue. Okay, let's do it like this then. So let's undo this, save, and see error pause and view is. Again, patch. This is it. Can't. Oh, is it that we have could it be something with children and children that we don't have any at all because they are now some categories? Basically, we just get the first. Let's just do a random test here. Okay, let's try it with the boxes. That we take the boxes level with an error. Get the same. Okay, let's do this. Touch. So let's see. We have a base, we have a child count of 3, and I want to look at the name. I think it's this one. Should we be able to get that out? Yes. And parent null. Why doesn't it have name? Okay. So now we have boxes. Box 1, 2. Okay, so we are actually going into the children's children as well. That's good news. Then which child is killing us? Because I can't basically sit here and click 1 million times right now. If we So if we fail with this, then we're gonna catch the error that we get and log the name. So, oh. Okay, so we get the borders are messing it up. And more precisely, border 29 and border 26 messes up 5 times. Really interesting. So, okay, that is the one in the corner up there. Which one is the first one? Okay, border 20 is there. So it's the top row. Really, really interesting. Which makes me think that doing this should be the solution to the problem. For some reason that didn't work. And now we get one error, which is 29, which is that one which is outside the other one as well, and because that is on the should be one more, should be 22. So placing that one actually fooled me, and when I changed 13, I thought I got the same error, but it was It was the same arrow, but in the different directions. So this was actually the correct fix all along. So let's try it now without any errors. That's awesome. Cool. Now we can remove. Cool. I can't see one. So I'm just going to some more level right now. I'm trying to. Oh, look at that! It's off by 1. I have 4, 5, and 4. That means wrong number. Okay, let's do this. And make the level smaller. This, and then move the camera. Main camera. So half a unit that way. And the area outside black maybe. Or just leave it green. So if I go like this, and like this. Cool. Awesome. I'm beginning to think that the power-ups are the next step. I'm not gonna add any more players, like start doing network, because I have the same multiple times in colors. So an option could be a color function players, sort of art. But I think I should do Powerup first. Actually, gonna check the images again and see if I can think of anything else. Of course, we need a timer, we need a player score, but that is like features after the game is up and running. And I'm thinking, like, if the network works the way I want it to, then that could be a good assignment for the advanced students to fix that, actually. It's a tricky thing to fix, and it's not the most interesting thing to do, actually. I think it's reasonable in a way. The power-ups I'm planning on doing is the speed, the bomb, and the firepower, and all of those are basically prepared. So I think it's going to be quite easy to make them. And once we have made one, we should be easy to make that as well. Yeah. yeah, I think that's it actually. Been much faster doing this than I thought. Yeah, okay, absolutely. I will let the music and I will increase my volume. How does that sound? Hope that's better. Welcome to the stream, guys. Oh, we have a... Can we remove that? Clear, yeah. Okay, so let's do some power-ups then. Yeah, awesome. So, actually imported some sprites for it as well. So I have to decide which is speed and which is firepower, and we have a coin, we have a gem, and we have a star. So I should probably get some other art for it, but right now let's just let's fix this. Let's say that the coin is speed, and let's call it power speed. And the star will be our firepower, so power fire. And here I'm naming them with firepower first. No, this has to be power ups. I'm naming them with power up first because then they all get next to each other.
Visst känns det onödigt att använda.
Right now I'm gonna mute the music. So power up speed. Oh, and now I have to call it speed 2 because this one bombs. Can rename this, and we can bomb and the player. Yes, so let's start with speed. In the scene view, we add a speed power up. So, and we need a trigger. So we're gonna go with the circle collider this time. No, it goes to box. I wanted the circle. And I typed box, that's just stupid. Okay, so we have that one. Let's change the radius slightly. And let's add a Powerup script. And now is the big question. Do we want one script for each type of power-up, or can we in some way handle all the power-ups in the same one? I actually think we should keep them separate. So let's add a component power-up speed. And I'm gonna change and get the proper icon later, but always use temperate art and working. So let's move that to script and let's it up. Load it. And we want on trigger enter. Do we? We actually want the start function back, so let's add that back in. because we want to tell the game manager that we exist. So game, let's see. Game controller, and game controller equals game object dot find game controller So now we have a reference to the game controller, and we will let him know that we exist so that the bombs can check if it should blow the power-ups up, because that's a feature I really like and enjoy. In the game controller, here is the code for adding stuff to the matrix, and when they are destroyed, the reference is going to be null, so we only have to worry about adding them. So let's go with position and transform dot position y is equal to this game object, and this should of course be game controller. So when the power-up is created, we add it to the game controller list, and the power-ups must be destroyable so that they can be awesome. So on trigger enter, let's check if a player has collided with us. Oof. Collision dot game object dot tag equals error. And if that is the case, then let's tell the player that he has more speed. And it's the player controller that keeps track of speed, so let's start that one. And just increase speed by 1. And then we should destroy ourselves. Awesome. So the player should tag with player. So I can move like this, and if I take I can't take because it's not a trigger. And it's also no, it's not in the and it also should be a prefab. So yes, I get faster, and I need more of them. So let's do it like this. So we are now much faster. And we can blow them up, but I want to see that it actually blocks the fire, so I need to power. Excellent. And I actually am not quite interested in capping speed, because there's gonna be a limited amount of speed power-ups in the level. So even if one player takes them all, he's gonna be insanely fast, but I don't think that's an issue. Cool. So we have a speed power-up. It was really easy. And the speed power-up is basically going to be permanent until the end of the round, or until the player dies, and then we take all the players' power-ups and spawn them out in the playfield. Just like Bomberman. So, we have power-up for speed, we should have power-ups for bombs. I'm going to check something. I'm gonna check the bomb fuse is 2 seconds, and right now the bombs reset after 1 second. So question from General Jello: can you switch tags in the script? I think it's really simple. See here on the power up. So instead of typing this to check if the tag is equal player, you can just say that the tag is player. So the difference is we are assigning a new tag to the player. I'm not 100% sure that you are allowed to do it. If you can like invent a new tag for the player. So let's say that the player tag is 2, it's not in the list, but we can easily check if the player tag changes when we pick up the first power up. So we have the player, he is player 2, and when we take the first one, we get a tag player 2 is not defined. But if we instead say the player tag is destroyable, which is an actual tag that is through our game, I think that should be fine. Yeah, so I have changed the tag, but the tag must update. The player is always destroyable, so have I broken that? No, the fire kills everything. Basically, you only spawn fires on things that are destroyable, so it's separate from each other. But yeah, you can switch tags as long as the tags are predefined before you start the game, because that tag list is basically a list of an enum to keep track of things, names instead of numbers. And yeah, so you that. Yeah. Let's so the bomb spawner is on the player, and we tell the new bomb how much firepower it has. We should also tell it how long fuse it has. So fuse should be moved from the bomb. And where do we? There. Yeah, we invoke it in start method. So could we make our own start method? So this still needs a fuse. But it's the bomb spawn actually. So so we're gonna need a fuse here. That's 2 seconds from now. And we are going to tell the new bomb that fuse is going to be This is not optimal, but I think it's okay. It's simply one extra get component here. I'm not in a state where I need to optimize stuff like that right now. Make some so fuse is now set on the bomb spawner, and the bomb spawner tells use so that the return rate of the bombs are correct with. So we can spawn 3 and we can't spawn anymore until... Oh, what happened here? Let's spawn 3. Oh, we can spawn them double. Interesting. Yeah, I spawned all of them in the same spot. Alright. So we should basically put in a check here where we drop the bomb and then see that we have moved far enough from that location before we are allowed to drop another bomb. This is basically let's put in a to-do for that. To do, make sure more than a half a unit and you can sort of, there is a window somewhere, get all the to-dos as a checklist. If I can find it. I'm not sure, I'm not gonna. So the next power up, simply increase the number. I'm starting to think that one Powerup script might be enough, and we can actually make a god power-up as well. So if this is our Powerup script, we can simply go public int bombs firepower and then we can go like this. We have found the player. Let's talk to the player controller. So player controller PC equals get the components. So now we can type pc.speed and rather than just increment, we go speed, and we do all of them. So oh, it's number of bombs, I think. No? Oh, okay, that is the player controller. The other is the bomb spawner script. So that's the firepower and number of bombs. So bomb spawner. So bomb spawner. Yes. I should name those better. So with this script, we can now have a script that gives you both 1 bomb, 1 firepower, 1 speed, for instance. We can have a power-up that gives you 3 bombs. I actually think that's an actual Bomberman power-up. We could have a bomb down, so we have less bombs. We can have less firepower, so we can basically add all the bad power-ups using this script, and all the good ones as well. So this should not be called power speed. So let's rename that to power up. And it doesn't change the names, it fix that ourselves. Let's do that first. Choose. Yeah, missing reference. Power up speed. Now called power up. And let's hit that and we'll get speed. And let's see that it's still working.
Låt musiken flöda. Lyssna på låt efter låt utan reklam med Spotify Premium. Testa nu.
I'm thinking I should add in the acceleration back in because it's quite hard to get around the corners now.
Ingen internetanslutning eller drar musiken för mycket data? Inga problem. Med Spotify Premium kan du lyssna offline var du vill, när du vill.
Bomberman
Testa
isn't the
Premium
fastest
gratis.
game, so... And we changed the names. So, let's fix all the names. So this one will be called Game Controller. That looks good. And this one should be called Player Controller. Not because shit. Spawner. And since we're only calling the speed on the play controller, we don't have to do this where we get the component, save the component, and then talk to it. But if we add more things in the future, this would be really, really nice. So I'm just going to comment this up. Gather components. Just values, and here we adjust values even if it's 0. So it's a bit inefficient that we have to call, but that type of operations are so fast that we basically have to care. And then we remove the power up one. Done. This is really nice. So, and we have a power up speed that we now can rename bomb and move to prefabs. Instead it gives you bomb and it's going to use another icon. That is our bomb power up. And let's do it one more time that we power up fire, and we fire, and we add the star, I think it was, to icon. So let's remove a few of these, and let's on each. And we have the player, we have our speed, we have our firepower, we have our number of bombs. The fuse should yeah, we could have a power-up that affects the fuse as well. I think that's also a power-up. I think it's short fuse or something like that. It's such a long time since I played Bomberman. So we can see here, if I take the star, I get one more bomb here. If I take the coin, I get also another bomb because I forgot to change it for the star. And if I take that, I get more speed. So, let's see. The star should not give a bomb, it should give firepower. And apply. So, select the player so we can see what's happening. And we get firepower, we get a bomb, and we get some speed. So now we have made 3 different power-ups. And we killed ourselves straight away. So, in Bomberman, by default, you start with firepower 2 and you start with 1 bomb. Oh, I have 2 bombs, so I can blow up stuff a bit quicker. So the next thing is to make sure that we spawn power-ups when destroying walls. And the first step is basically randomize 50-50 if you get a power-up or not, and then a random power-up. We are gonna do it a bit more intricate after that to keep track how many power-ups there are of each sort. So when, let's say, it has dropped 10 speed power-ups, then there won't be any more speed power-ups. So let's see where we should put that script. It should probably be in the box script when the box is destroyed. And rather than using the onDestroy command, which I still don't really understand the purpose of, we create a function that spawns a power-up. So we need to access our different power-ups. So we're gonna need all of them, basically. And this should, of course, be an array of power-ups. So that's all our power-ups. And then we go create a public function called spawn power-ups. So, and let's do an if check first. So we have a 50% chance of dropping a power-ups. Let's do random.range 0 f to 1 f, and if that is bigger than 0.5, then we spawn a power-up. And the new power-up would be instantiate power-ups, and here we need a random index. So int random index equals random.range, and that is from 0 to powerups dot length. So let's spawn something there at transform.position, transform.rotation. Oh, Quaternion. So now we should be able to get some carbs. No, because we never called it. We have to do that. So let's go to the fire. The fire is starting to do too many things. so we have to check if we have collided with a... No, not a destroyable. Let's check if we have the box tag. No, the box component. So let's do that. Dot get component box not equal. So,
push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you wanna say. Go take it all.
okay, let's change this a bit. So let's do it like this. So we are flipping this question around. So if the fire component is not equals null, that means we have found the fire component, and we are using the command return to aborting the rest of the function. So don't destroy other fires. And then we check if we have found a bomb. And now we can be a bit more clever here. So we are going to use spawn power-ups. Power up should it be. Let's wait. Just spawning one. So okay. It's more often that we collide with boxes than with bombs. So, and if it is a box we have collided with, then it doesn't matter. Then it can't be a bomb. But it also no longer can't be a fire, so we can actually chain this. And actually this should be the first one, I guess. Because the main thing we are colliding are boxes. Then if we have found the box, it can't be fire. If we have found the fire, we don't do anything. And if we have found another bomb, we make the bomb explode. And if none of these are true, then we destroy the object we have. So we have yeah, this is this. I don't mind it. So, let's see if we can get some. Let's. Whoa, index out of range. Okay, of course we haven't added Powerups to. What? The box, of course, the box. So here we have the powers, size 3, bomb, fire, and speed. Red. Now we should at least have one. And we don't. Is that because it spawns into the fire? Is it there but destroyed straight away? Interesting. Or is this what's going wrong? So we know we have found the box, and we trigger the spawn power up. Let's do it like this. In the spawn power up, let's also which power-ups are spawning.
So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am. 'Cause I've been laying under
1 minute.
trees
Vad är resten?
waiting for the sun.
Answer who's Ailey.
Knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island. Wanna
Yeah, it says spawning 2, it says spawning 1, and so it's trying to spawn power-ups, but power-ups are dying. That is sad. Poor power-ups. I'm typing else if rather than just if, because performance, basically. So if we go to the fire, so if we ask this question and we have found that the box is in fact not null, so we are running this code, then I know that this will be false and this will be false. So basically, if this is true, then the program is going to skip. It's not even going to try, because this is trying to get components, so it's not the fastest thing in the world. So, and I have ordered them in the most common, so most of the time this will be true before any of the others. So that is why I have this order. The order really doesn't matter, but it's a small performance issue. Not issue. Reason why I'm doing it this way. So just using the if statement straight up is totally fine, but I like my code efficient. I almost said I like my code as I like women, but I'm not. Oh, you can make so many funny jokes with that. I have to think about that later. Yeah, so let's see. Where were we? Yeah, the power-ups are being destroyed by the fire. So let's fix that. So in the fire script, we have now spawned a power-up. To make sure that it doesn't get destroyed, let's make sure that this fire now isn't dangerous anymore. That shouldn't cause any issues. I'm thinking like if the players is inside the box, but he can't be. Basically, you can get a fire that's not dangerous, but that shouldn't be the case here, because fire should be spawned on the box for this code to run. So I think this is fine. So what we are doing is we are going
Med Spotify Premium har du alltid
like
tillgång
this.
till
We
musik,
need to talk to
oavsett
our
vad du gör.
own
Lyssna på din musiksamling var du än är
box
utan
collider.
uppkoppling. Testa Premium
2D.
gratis.
No, Circle Collider. Circle Collider 2. Enabled false. And let's actually do that first. So the fire is no longer dangerous. It's still there. It's still gonna remove itself, but it can't collide with the power up because it is turned off before we spawn it. So let's try that. Yay! It worked. But we have to put the fire above the power-ups. Oh, jackpot! Oh, this is starting to look like Bomberman now. Whoa! Damn it! And one thing that I didn't plan for, but actually turned out great, is that if I plant a bomb, then pick up a power-up, that won't affect the bomb that's already placed, because the bomb's values are given to it by the players, so everything is communicating correctly. If we try to do static or any other stupid idea, then we would get issues with that. So if firepower was static and it was the player who kept control of it and the bomb just asked it, then if that changed, what happens? And also that only works okay in single player. As soon as you get multiplayer, you can't have static classes on anything combining the players because it messes things up. So this worked great. So let's see if we can adjust the... Okay, the player is in front, so let's move the player to 2. Question, am I going to put this on YouTube? You bet I am, definitely. So let's put all the power-ups on 1, and let's put all the fire on 2, so it's above every... No, let's put it on 3, so it's awesome. Okay. Let's see. I only have 1 bomb now, and I can place it again when the train explodes. Now I have 2. Thanks. Now we get some firepower and some more bombs. Oh. Still get us stuck a bit too much, I think. I think I know a good thing to do. Let's do a material for the player. So let's create a 2D physics material. Call it player. And just remove all the friction so it doesn't get stuck everywhere. So, and the player just gets the player height. And let's see how that goes. Oh, that is so nice. You like snap around the corners. That is why the player is round. The plan. This is actually almost fun to play alone now. Is that a boom sound and so on? Camera shake maybe. It would be really nice if the small bombs didn't have a shake and the large one did. So when someone has the really huge one, shake everything. I actually think I'm gonna leave it at this stage for now. Let's okay. Let's clean up some code before we leave it and see if we want to put in any more to-dos. Make sure the fire doesn't kill the power up. Remove the thing I did with. This is the player controller, it's really small. But this is the way a script should look like. It'd be like 1 page, 32 lines. It's like, that's good. Controls the player, that's what it does. This is also a nice script, like 30 lines, excellent. Yeah, here we have a to do. Make sure we have moved it before we can drop another bomb. So this is gonna build some of this. This should perhaps be be a separate function. Sorry, I spaced out there. I was trying to figure out why I did it this way, but I can. So I know that I should probably do some comments, and I should extract some of the code into some functions and so on. And the fire, we checked that. Bomb. Yeah, this is long, but it's a lot of comments as well, and still it's way under 100. And it's about... It's fine. And fuse here. Let's see. We tell fuse. Oh, that actually worked. Let's see. So that doesn't need to be public anymore because we are telling it what fuse is gonna be, but we can... Yeah, 0 is a good... No, we needed to have it public. Can't we make it protected instead? Okay. It needed to be public, but I don't want it visible in the editor. So, what is it called now? Internal? Internal cloud is okay. So internal means that I won't be able to see it in the editor. So if I go to the bomb prefab, I don't see fuse here, but it's because it's internal. I think the bomb spawner can tell the bomb what fuse it should be using. So that is basically so you don't see more stuff in the editor than you need to. The same thing with firepower, I guess, because firepower is not set on the bomb level. Let's make that internal as well. The fire should be public. We could make that internal and code, but I think this makes sense. We have our directions. Yeah, it's a lot of code, but everything is well structured and commented, so I think that's fine. The game controller only sets up the level once when it starts, and other things can put in information there when needed. The power up, yeah, it's a decision if you want to split this up different subcategories or not. In this case, I actually think it works fine because the script is still below 40 lines. It's probably 32 without spaces. Oh. So let's see. We get the game controller. Yeah, and then go to player and bomb spawn. Don't need to. Yeah, and here's also another thing. If we try to find the player here, or we say connect the player here, then we get an issue when we want to do things with the player that has collided with us, because we're gonna have multiple players. So that is a mindset you have to try to find and see try to figure out the structure. And yeah, this box script should not be called box anymore because it's a power-up spawner script. And that is a question if that should go into script longer. So let's just rename this to Powerup Spawner. Yeah, it gave me a red error there when it power up because it exists. And because of Unity we have to name the file. Well, one of the things I missed from developing actually did both. And we can remove this. Here we needed to do keep track of spawn power-ups. So we should have. Okay, let's see it. Let's see. I was thinking something in line of this, like we have public int number of provider, and then we can in the editor say maximum 10 of these, but that should probably be set on the power-up level instead. So we have a max amount here, and that might actually be a good case static power for a static value that we can share, or a constant. So do like this for now. But we have our to-do, so we know what to do this time. And so this I'm a bit interested. Public const, is that visible in the editor? It is not. So that is only in the script. If we this yeah, I can look that up later. I'm just curious to see how it handles it, because that seems like something I want to be able to set in the editor, but maybe I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really pleased so far. So I'm going to end the stream here actually. Or maybe I'm not going to end the stream and play some other games instead. That would be nice. So let's go for maybe another half an hour or so. But I'm gonna stop the stream and I'm gonna fix my settings and I'll start the stream up again. So which splits the files for me. So thank you very much for watching. It's really nice to see a few people in the chat, and it's makes it much more fun for me to do these videos. So thanks for watching and stay smart.